Well, we are doing better, but the crisis keeps going on, especially the social crisis. And of course, our economy is in a better situation than it used to be in 2015, but it is very vulnerable as far as external shocks are concerned. That's why we are very much interested about what's going to happen in Italy, because Italy is a major Eurozone country and economy, and what happens in Italy also affects Greece. No, there are not many similarities. For instance, Italy is a big Eurozone country and has the third largest economy in the Eurozone, whereas Greece has a small economy. It is only 2% of the Eurozone's GDP, the Greek economy. Another difference is that, of course, Italy is advanced. It has a lot of problems, but it is an advanced economy and a developed society, at least relative to Greece. So you should compare Italy with France and Germany. We should not compare Italy with Greece. And another characteristic is that Italy is not dependent on funding from the European Union. It is a net contributor to the European budget, whereas Greece gets quite a lot of money from the European budget, and we are grateful. I think that the behavior of the Italian government is kind of radical, not Greek-style radical, because our radicals were left-wingers, whereas Italy's radicals are kind of right-wingers. Maybe they won't accept it, but this is my impression. So they are very dynamic, and it seems that especially Mr. Salvini invests in, let's say, confronting Brussels, because he's doing fine in the opinion polls, and from what I read, he did fine in some regional elections in northern Italy. So he controls on a regional level the part of Italy which is the most advanced and has the highest income. So it seems that he invests in having a tense relationship with Brussels, whereas in my view he should be more constrained in order to reach a deal, some kind of a deal with Brussels, applying of course the governing policy, because he has been voted in order to advance a particular economic policy. Now the European Commission has good intentions, but unfortunately it has been weakened due to Brexit and due to the fact that the President of the Commission, Mr. Juncker, is not going to try to be re-elected, so he is approaching the end of his term and his career, so he doesn't have the impact that you used to have during the Greek crisis. At the time he played a very constructive role and he helped solve problems. So we need less tensions from the Italian side and a more creative approach from the Brussels point of view. I think there's a big problem for both Greece and Italy, and I think that the Greek problem is bigger than the Italian problem, because we are both countries of first entry for migrants and refugees, and the whole European system has turned against the member countries of first entry. Of course, Italy has a tough position. They won't allow any migrants or refugees before they reach a deal with the other European members on how to distribute the people that come from Africa to Italy. We are not in a position to play tough. We are not so, let's say, important as Italy is. And of course, we have a lot of economic problems. So we have to be, and of course, we are next to Turkey, which is a major regional power. So our situation is much more difficult than Italy's situation.